Disclaimer, I am a massive noob, and in this video I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure you don't go down the same path I once did. Mistake number 1. Rushing. Don't worry, we've all done this before. There's no shame in doing so, but here's the reason you should never rush. It's a loot issue. When you attack a same or high level town hall, you get 100% of the loot, but every town hall you dip below your own, you get less and less loot. And when you rush, you're not equipped to attack the same or equal level town hall as you, but the people who are the same town hall as you are definitely equipped to attack you. So you're going to get less loot on offense and more loot taken off you on defense. Just because you rush to a new town hall and get the new gadgets doesn't mean they're going to do anything as you see here. Now, thankfully, Clash of Clans is trying to help you all from rushing. You get this sort of warning screen when it thinks you're about to rush. Hopefully that's stopping people, but it ain't stopping me. Look at this. This is my account here, a fully level 1 account. Now, why did I do this? This is all about the laboratory. I'm trying to max out my troops in the laboratory to donate to my 2 max Town Hall 15 accounts for free CC troops. So in my opinion, that's the only reason you should rush. But if you are gonna rush, spell your account name correctly, especially if you come off as desperate. Mistake number 2, not completing the in-game challenges. The in-game challenges appear in the events tab at the bottom left of your Clash screen. If there's one in-game at the moment, you'll see it appear there. And why should you do it? For the free rewards and the free resources. And if you're struggling how to triple it, go to YouTube, search up Clash of Clans challenge, and there's a million easy guides for you there. Mistake number 3, using gems to purchase resources. This is the biggest ripoff ever. Look at this, 236,000 elixir here for 197 gems. Who on earth in their right mind would purchase that? That's like one attack for 197 gems, and gems are precious. And if you go into the resource shop, have a look at this. It's a ripoff. 6,500 gems for $80. And then to fill my dark elixir storage, 195,000 dark elixir, it's 5,500 gems. It's basically $70 to fill my DE storage. No way, never do it. Mistake number 4, having multiple upgrades end at the same time. You see the upgrades in progress here, and I've made 2 fatal mistakes. 1, I don't have a free builder for the next 8 days, which means there's no point playing Clash of Clans. I'm gonna take a vacation. But more importantly, I have 3 builders finish at the same time in 17 days and 23 hours. How am I gonna put them all back to work if they upgrades all finish on top of each other? So what you should do in the future, when you're about to upgrade a building, look at the times left on all your buildings and try and upgrade something that doesn't finish at the exact same time. And that's what I've done here. The monolith ends in 19 days. Nothing else is ending on the same day as it, and I'm going to be a lot happier for it. Mistake number 5, not funneling your troops properly. If you ask me, funneling is the most important skill in all of Clash of Clans. It can make the biggest difference in the success of your attacks. You see here, I did not do a good funnel. All the titans go to the outside. This attack is a fail. But if I say, think about it for a little bit, use my king with a few witches and a baby drag, look at how much better this entry is going to go. So the titans doing their thing here, gonna go straight into the base here, even though I deployed them the exact same. Now, what are the best troops to funnel with? Well, if you're at a lower town hall, you'd use a giant or wizards. Town hall 9, 10, and 11, golem and wizards is really good for ground attacks. However, if you're not funneling for a ground attack, some of the time the best one to go with is a baby drag. This is really good with queen charge attacks as well. All the way up to town hall 15, the baby drag is extremely effective because not only is it raged, but it is in the air. However, the second best funnel troop is probably the sneaky gob. This is handy with all types of attacks, air, ground, but particularly the queen charge variants, because you can push your queen the direction you want to. At the higher town halls, the Yeti is extremely effective because it can do something no other funnel troop can. Not only can it take it out the outside buildings on the base, but the Yeti mites can pick off specific defenses that you want them to target, and that will help you funnel your troops in, as my queen does perfectly here. However, the best funneling troop of them all is the Barbarian King. It's his purpose in the game. However, I'd recommend using a skin on the Barbarian King. It looks a little bit more threatening like that. So let's put all our funneling knowledge into this one queen charge here. I'm going to go into that scatter comp I just zoomed in on, and I'm going to do it with the power of funneling. So I wait for that air defense to go down, then I put a baby drag down. I'm going to add a balloon to help tank for it, and that's helped the queen go left. But now I need to funnel the left hand side. I'm going to use the super barbs. We didn't even talk about them, but the super barbs are one one of the best funnel troops as well if you've got the super troop spot available. And because of that, my queen is going to go into the scatter compartment. But it's not over yet, because if I don't funnel even more, my queen will actually walk out of this scatter compartment. It sounds ridiculous, but she would have walked out of it. So now I'm going to use my king. So funneling, it's not something you just do at the start of your attack. It is a constant process, evolving throughout the attack, and you need to be ready. You need to understand where your troops, A, where they're likely to go, and B, where you want them to go and how you're going to get them there. The king gets rid of that wizard tower, and that is going to force the queen back into the base. Hopefully, I helped you funnel better with this mini guide. Mistake number 6, not bringing any cleanup troops for your attacks. As you can see here, I've done a beautiful Lalo attack, but what's the point if I'm just going to time fail anyway? What are cleanup for troops? They are generally minions, archers, or goblins that you use to take down the rest of the base, because you've got your balloons, as you see here, or maybe your smash attack that take out majority of the base. But there's no point taking out the majority of the base if you have no cleanup troops to take out the rest. And unless you bring cleanup troops, so I'd recommend for ground attacks a few wizards, and for air attacks 8 or 9 minions. Unless you bring these, you're going to suffer the exact same fate as me here. The worst fate in all the Clash of Clans, a 99%. Mistake number 7, not completing the practice maps. I honestly forgot these existed. That's how anonymous they are inside the game, but they are definitely worth doing. If you go into the attack screen, it's at the top left in the practice, and I'm a noob. I haven't finished it, but look at how much loot's available. There is no reason you shouldn't do it. It goes all the way up to Town Hall 13 and starts all the way back at Town Hall 4. Worth doing, lots of loot, and you may learn a new skill or two. Mistake number 8, having a poor base layout. Look at this base. It's terrible. I destroyed it. All of you could have destroyed it. I don't even know what this base is defending, but it's certainly not any meta attack strategy. And with the addition of base links in Clash of Clans, there is no reason not to have an awesome base layout. If your base isn't defending, come to the Blueprint COC YouTube channel, search in best base links, add your town hall at the end of it, and look at all these videos we've got for you guys. They've got the base links in the description, so go in, update your base, and start defending better. Mistake number 9, relying on the auto ability for your heroes. Now, the auto ability is an awesome feature. You need to have it on, but that doesn't mean that sometimes you need to use your hero ability manually, like I should have here, because some of the time the damage is too much. Particularly with your king ability, you should use his ability when it gets to about half HP, because otherwise what happens right here when you rely on the auto ability is he doesn't get the full power of the raged barbarians with him, and he doesn't even generate them all, and you miss out on a huge ability. And the same can actually happen with the royal champ as well. It's possible for her ability not to go off if she's under too much damage. So just because you got the auto ability on doesn't mean you shouldn't manually pop. Mistake number 10, poor hero pet choices. Have a look at this. The Diggy, with its stun ability, it cannot stun an army camp. This ability is completely wasted here. One of the common ones I see is air attacks, where you bring a grounder pet with the Grand Warden. You see the Frosty here is actually going to pull some ground skeletons against this E-Drag attack, something that never would have been pulled if you had the Owl or the Phoenix. This one is... yeah, this is one of the worst ones I see rather frequently. The Yak with the Queen, yikes, you should never do that. Pets are so easy to organize what hero you should have them on. Make sure you have it on the right one for your strategy. And this is a simple guide here. You've got the Town Hall 15 for ground attack and air attack, and Town Hall 14 all attacks. But if you want a specific best pet strategy for your Town Hall, go search up the strategy on YouTube and copy what the creator does. Mistake number 11. Poor spell tower choices. Spell towers are so strong at Town Hall 15, but look at this base. It's got a poison tower and an invis tower on the back end of the base, and that invis tower is going to do a whole lot of nothing, and this guy got tripled. He deserved it. But what should you do with your spell tower settings? Well, let's start with the rage tower. It is the strongest spell tower at the moment, and you can use them anywhere. You can use them on the back end of the base. You can use them by the Town Hall. The most important thing is wherever you put it, just get as many high value defenses in its range. Its range is enormous, thankfully, so you should be fine there. Let's move on to the Poison Tower. You should only really use the Poison Tower to counter Super Archer Clone Blimps or Blizzard attacks. Generally, you want to have these near the Town Hall. If you've got a Spell Tower on the back end of the base, 9 times out of 10, you're better off having a Rage Tower like this rather than a Poison Tower. And let's finish off with the Invis Tower. First of all, if you use double Invis Towers, I hate you. I've definitely cursed at you at some point. It drives me insane. An incredibly trolly Spell Tower setting. Now, what you want to do with this, always have it near the Town Hall and try and get a few other defenses in range to really mess up the pathing for the attacker. Mistake number 12, not using a creator code when making in-game purchases. Our code is Code Blue. I'd really appreciate if you use it, but if you're not going to use ours, please use another creator's. We all work our butt off to create free content for you all, and it doesn't cost you anything to put down a code, just helps us out that little bit. And make sure you've got the code in this week for the Black Friday packs. They're incredibly valuable, and it'd mean the world to us if you put down Code Blue. And that's it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below, did I get it right? Is there some mistakes that I should have added in that I missed? But if you are struggling to triplet your Town Hall and feeling like a bit of a noob, we've got the perfect video for you. It's the best attack strategy for every Town Hall from Town Hall 9 all the way up to Town Hall 15.